Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to get your pumpkin left over, or you can buy it at this time of year, and to bake it so you can make fresh homemade pumpkin pie. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to wash I have two. You wash your pumpkin really well in the sink, just with water. Just make sure there's no like little sand or bits or pieces on it. And then what you need is a baking dish, which I like to put a piece of parchment paper on there. That way if anything dribbles through, it doesn't stick on my pan and burn it. So you're going to put that on your baking dish. Preheat your oven to 350. Then you're going to need a knife. And what you got to do is you have to stab your pumpkin a few times with the knife. So be careful, don't stab yourself. But just, give it a few stabs. It's very easy. So this part you probably wouldn't let the kids do. Okay, it's that simple. After that, you're done. Put it in the oven and bake it for 1 to 1.5 hours. And how you can tell it's ready is you'll get a fork, and when the fork stabs into the pumpkin very easily, very tender, just goes right in, it's ready. Some big sweaty pumpkins. I don't know why that's so funny to me. That is so funny. How about a big sweaty pumpkin? Okay, so you want to stab it with the fork. This isn't quite done because it's not stabbing in there super easy, so I'm going to put this back in the oven. Okay, this is what they look like when they're done, big sweaty pumpkins, which is so funny and weird, but whatever, that's what it looks like. So the next thing you do, it's super easy, is you just get a knife and you cut it in half. And it's very hot, so be careful, it's going to be steamy. And you just lay it open like that. And you want to save the seeds because we're going to make roasted pumpkin seeds, which have a lot of magnesium in them, which is really healthy for you. You want it to cool, so now we're just going to wait. All right, so this has been sitting for 30 minutes to cool down a bit so you can touch it, because otherwise you'll be like, woo, you can't touch it. All right, so what you want to do now is you want to scrape out all the seeds, and do it gently though, because you don't want to dig into the flesh. What you really want to do is just get the stringy seed part out of there. So you want to kind of be careful. It's all very soft and mushy now. And then the rest, so I'm going to do this to all 4 of them. I'm just going to get the seeds out of all 4. Now some are more stringy than others. Like this one looks like, even though I got the seeds out, there's still a little more string in there. I keep digging lightly until I get all the stringy stuff out. Only because, and I think it's just the way the pumpkin grows. Some of them just create more string while they're growing. So I will dig a little bit deeper on this one to get the string out, because I don't like strings in the pumpkin pie. Okay, so there we go. All 4 of them are de-seeded. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop this pumpkin into this bowl over here. And then you just get the cooked flesh. You don't get the skin. You can see if you wanted to, you could just peel the skin off like this and get it all off. Or you could just scoop it out, like whichever way it works. Sometimes the skin comes off easy and you can just do it this way. And sometimes you just scoop it out, whichever. So this way it's coming off pretty easy. If you really like pumpkin pie, you will be so happy with this because it tastes way better than any canned pumpkin. Canned pumpkin tastes good. I like even a pumpkin pie made out of canned pumpkin, but a homemade pumpkin pie out of fresh pumpkin is way better. It's even better and more delicious. I'm going to go give these scraps to the chickens, clean up a little bit, and then I'm going to show you how I mush up the pumpkin. All right, so I just put it in the bowl and then I just beat it up like this. Now I want to tell you something. Some people will put this in a food processor or a NutriBullet and puree it so it's like baby food. I personally don't take the time to do that, because if I'm eating a piece of pie from my homemade pumpkin and I see a little string or a little piece of pumpkin, I don't care. I know it's fresh pumpkin that I just made myself, so that doesn't freak me out. I don't need it to be like baby food when I'm eating it. You need 15 ounces to make a pumpkin pie out of your homemade pumpkin that you've baked in the oven. And now I'm going to show you how I make a pumpkin pie. Please click the like button. It really does help me so much. And also a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. You really help this to be possible for me to shoot videos. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Thanks for watching. Happy homesteading. Bye-bye. All right, here, you go throw that to the chickens and I'll clean up.